Hey, what's going on, everybody? Gonna start quick updates inside, and then we'll figure out what's going on outside. So Ginger is down there, nothing poking through yet. It's only been a week, so didn't expect too much. I've changed the lights up, took out, or I just flipped it so it's not the red and the blue for seating, it's just all white. Probably should have had it all white weeks ago, but didn't think about it. So the purple sweet potato got a little dry, and it's a little dry today. Having the lid off with the heat mat and the lights on does keep the soil a little dry, so I've got to pay a little more attention to that. So it needs to be watered. And then all the plants you can see are leaning. They're kind of long and lanky. I've said that multiple times. And then the pepper plant's trying to do their thing, and there's actually a little potato plant, but I think it got bumped and it's probably fallen over. I need to try to get that transplanted. Not doing these transplants today unless I get really ambitious. I've got something a little bit different to tackle, so see you in a minute. Alright, a minute has passed, well, more than that, but 5 minutes. So this is the start of the hydroponic 5-gallon bucket grow towers. I'll try to leave the link in the description for Keep On Growing with Mike Van Duzy. So basically he uses pool noodles, which is fairly common in these setups. Take a pool noodle, cut the notch, put your plant in here, and that is what holds your plant inside the bucket for the hydroponics. So he's experimenting with the 5-gallon buckets. I mean, I've tried to do cucumbers in a 5-gallon bucket before, so this is kind of expanding on, instead of just having your cucumber on top, you can put multiple things on the outside here. So I've got about 8 holes. Drill the holes right underneath the supports, space them out depending on the size of your plants. You don't obviously want them too close, because then you're going to lose the rigidity of the bucket. So that is the goal, is to get some hydroponic solution mixed up, cut some more pool noodle. And there's your pool noodle from the dollar store, or $1.50 store. And so I went to the nursery today, so I've got some cilantro because I didn't start the seeds soon enough, so I got a 6-pack here. I've got some kale. Don't eat a ton of kale, but I figure I will give it a try because it grows quick. I did get one, I think this is the husky red? No, this is the early girl tomato, so this is like a 50-day tomato. So that's going to go into a dirt bucket. And then I got a 6-pack of strawberries, all to go in the grow tower. So we'll see what happens. Probably put the strawberries towards the bottom, kale in the middle, and the cilantro on top. But we will see what happens. That's what's on deck for today. The onions are doing really well. I need to trim down these other ones. You can see they're all trying to go to seed. I actually want to leave one set to go to seed because I'd like to get it to go to seed and try to start these multiplying onions from scratch, so to speak. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, just moving some buckets around. Haven't done a ton of things since last week. No real updates. I did fertilize all the fruit trees. Nothing momentous going on out there outside of, again, the fig and the mulberry putting on leaves, and the apple tree. Not the big one. We'll call that the big one. But this other one, this is one of the Costco ones from last year. It's blooming. So it's doing really well. So this one is the Granny Smith. And this one, I'm trying to remember which one this one was. This is the Honey Crisp. So I've got a little bit going on, but nothing's popping out yet. So maybe this one's just a little slower to get going. And this one, we'll see what happens. Between the heat and the wind, it blew off all the apples last year, so I didn't even get them to grow long enough to matter. So other than that, that's all I've got. And then depending on what's going on, maybe I'll get a time lapse, or maybe I'll just do the work and show you the result, depending. Trying to get a bunch of stuff done, and I have to do work today too, so we'll see what happens. If this is the end of the video, then thanks for watching. If it's not the end of the video, enjoy the time lapse. Alright, well, the time lapse didn't go real well. It recorded, but it went by really quick, so I'll have to learn to do the time lapse a little bit better. So I've got the kale here in the bottom. I'll move the strawberries to the middle bucket because they will have runners and things that'll grow out a little bit. And cilantro at the top. And I also moved it from sitting out here because this was uneven. And I've got it sitting here on the concrete. I need to move some other things around so there's some room to work around it. But there is the grow tower bucket in place. Just quick update. So this is the early girl tomato. So I buried that one pretty deep. So we'll see how this one does. That one's not doing real great, and neither is that one back there. But this one's doing okay. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, potatoes, I need to get out here and weed eat, but it's just starting to dry up, so planting's more important right now. So these potatoes are starting to get a little bit of momentum going. And that's it. So other than that, we'll see how that goes in the future. Downspouts coming. I worked on those yesterday. That's its own animal. Anyways, thanks for watching, and see you next week.